Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. As always, I'm sorry for the late upload, but let's talk about EA and Visceral and Star Wars gaming and the possible future of it. So just some quick background, just in case you might not be super well versed in the Star Wars gaming sphere and how the gaming industry works. EA, or Electronic Arts, a very major video game publisher, owns the rights completely to make every Star Wars game that comes out in between 2013 and 2023. They have a 10-year contract with Lucasfilm and Disney to basically be the only ones on the block making Star Wars games. And they made Battlefront 1 in 2015, or they came out with it in 2015. We're getting Battlefront 2 here in a couple weeks. And then there was also a Visceral Games project being led by Amy Hennig of Uncharted fame. And it was shaping up to be a single-player experience. And then suddenly, out of the blue, I think 4 or 5 days ago, as when I'm filming this, EA, one of its executive vice presidents, posted a blog entry onto the official EA website. And I'm just going to read this verbatim. I'll have a link to it down in the description. And I'll have it up on the screen here as well, at least the paragraphs that I read. Our Visceral studio, the studio that was working on that nice single-player experience that Amy Hennig was leading, has been developing an action-adventure title set in the Star Wars universe. In its current form, it was shaping up to be a story-based linear adventure game. Throughout the development process, we have been testing the game concept with players, listening to the feedback about what and how they want to play, and closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace. It has become clear that to deliver an experience that players will want to come back to and enjoy for a long time to come, we need to pivot the design. We will maintain the stunning visuals authenticity in the Star Wars universe and focus on bringing a Star Wars story to life. Importantly, we are shifting the game to be a broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency, leaning into the capabilities of our Frostbite engine and reimagining central elements of the game to give players a Star Wars adventure of greater depth and breadth to explore. So my first big gripe with this, just because I want to get the negativity out right now, fundamental shifts in the marketplace. That completely eliminates this next couple paragraphs down. Bringing new Star Wars games to life for every passionate fan out there is what drives us as creators. No, it drives the people that are actually making the game. The people that are actually there making the games at their computers, that are actually putting in the work. The writers, the animators, the graphic designers, the concept artists, they are the ones that are super dedicated to making good Star Wars games. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me through a blog post where you mention closely monitoring the marketplace that a executive vice president of a major games publisher is interested in making good Star Wars games. The cynical part of me is going, no, you're interested in making games that we will buy. You don't care if they're good or not. You want to make sure that we buy them. And I get that we forget that not just game studios like EA, but film studios like Paramount and Universal and Lucasfilm, they are making content to sell. The difference is that at Lucasfilm, at least, they do a very good job of at least pretending, they've got me convinced, that they want to make good content first and then also make a profit off of it. Whereas when you mention that you're fundamentally, you're closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace, you're boiling it down to a science. You're going, oh, look, Overwatch did really well. Oh, look, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is doing really well. Oh, look, Horizon Zero Dawn did really well. I wonder what made those work. Let's do those. you're not just letting Amy Hennig and her team just do their work. And there is good things in this. At least they're hopefully good things in this. They're talking about turning the game into a broader experience that allows for more player variety and player agency. Okay, that might mean that they end up turning it from an Uncharted style game, so a very linear game without any sort of conversation wheels or anything like that, any sort of role-playing aspect, and turning it into something like Mass Effect or Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that. And if they go that route, I'm okay with that. But when you suddenly change it, it's a Star Wars game. And then you have the issue where, if you make a KOTOR game, like a KOTOR style game, Knights of the Old Republic style game, where there's multiple endings and you can impact the way the world works, what's going to happen when all those... I'm personally not one of them, but one of those Star Wars fans that's super obsessed with what the canon is. What's canon? What's Legends? Well, but which ending is canon? Is it this ending where the main protagonist survives, or is it the other one where he dies, or is it this NPC in the game died and then this NPC game didn't died when I played it this other way? So what's the canon story, Pablo? I personally, I can deal with that. I'm a very lazy Star Wars fan in that department, if you want to call it that. That might not be the right word, lazy, but I don't really care. It's space wizards and starfighters and laser fights and magical powers in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. It's all not real. I mean, I get it. I know that, canon is the stuff that actually happened in the fictional universe. And Legends is the stuff that might have happened, but probably not in the fictional universe. But it's fun to make those comparisons and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me. But it could bother a ton of Star Wars fans. I don't know. I don't like this news, just like every other Star Wars fan that at least I saw on Twitter and Reddit and Facebook talking about. Everybody was panicking and the sky is falling and it's all just going to turn into an MMORPG with loot boxes. And I don't think they're going to go that way, but EA has got a track record of really screwing up their PR. They seem to not understand Star Wars fans. They seem to be marketing primarily towards gamers, and while also trying to, keep the Star Wars guys happy. And that's not working at all. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments down below. I need a conversation with this. That's the reason why I'm making this video probably a week later than I should have. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go and film my Certain Point of View spoiler review. I'm going to review the first 10 stories of that book. I got to do Rebels review, and I'm going to try and get all the content up to you guys over the coming week. Thank you guys as always. Thank you for your patience as I'm working these 60-hour work weeks. Let's see, am I missing anything? Oh, yes. And if you're new here, hit a like on this video. Let me know. It lets me know that I'm being kind of entertaining and that you're interested in what I'm saying. And hit that subscribe button too. Thank you guys as always. May the force be with you. Take care. Man, I lived up to my channel name there, Rambling Central. Good lord.